On the next page, we were finding the point of intersection of a line and a circle, which again, it was revision. It's just we didn't have a story. And now, instead of saying solve these simultaneous equations, it now says find the point of intersection of the line and the circle. Right, 1 part 2. Am I doing it? Yeah, 1 part 2. So 1 part 2, the line is x plus y minus 4 equals 0, and the circle is x squared plus y squared equals 10. Are we good? Right, start with this one. Right, rearrange so you have x equals or y equals. Which one in this case? Doesn't matter, right? Your choice. So I'll just go, why is it your choice? Because there's no number in front of the x and the y. There's a 1 in front of the x and the y. Is that alright? So I go x is equal to 4 minus y. Yeah? So bring over the 4 becomes a plus 4. Bring over the plus y becomes a minus y. If you wrote that as minus y plus 4, that's the exact same thing. Right? Over here, instead of the x, I'm going to write 4 minus y. So it's x to be squared plus y to be squared equals 10. Then I'm going to square out these. Squared means multiply the bracket by itself. So it's 4 minus y multiplied by 4 minus y. Then we have plus y squared equals 10. So to multiply brackets, you split up the first bracket, you write the second bracket down twice. Right, plus y squared equals 10. Multiplying out there, that's 16 minus 4y minus 4y. Careful here, a minus by a minus is a plus y squared. Plus y squared. And then I'm going to bring over that 10 in one go and make it minus 10 equals, there isn't anything left over there. Are we good? Okay, tidy it up. I have y squared and y squared gives me 2y squared. I have minus 4y, which is minus 8y. And I have 16 minus 10, which is plus 6. Equals 0. Is that alright? Okay, if you're using the minus b formula, off you go. A is 2, B is minus 8, make sure it's minus 8, C is 6, okay? If you're going factorising, divide everything by 2 to make life easier for yourself. Okay, and I'll get y squared minus 4y plus 3 equals 0. So then get your factors. So, 2 sets of brackets. Y and y, factors of 3 have to be 3 and 1. Plus tells me the signs are the same and they're both minuses. So in the middle, check your answer. In the middle, minus 3y. On the outside, so minus 3y in the middle. On the outside, minus 1y. Put those together and you'll get minus 4y, so I have the right answer. Okay, so then you let each bracket equal 0. So y minus 3 equals 0. Y minus 1 equals 0. So that means y is equal to 3 and it means y is equal to 1. For each y I have to get a matching x. Can I move it up? Is that right? Yeah. So for each y I have to get a matching x, so you go back to the linear equation. So x is equal to 4 minus y. So you fill in 3. So x is equal to 4 minus 3, so x is equal to 1. This is one couple. X is 1, y is 3. And over here, fill in y is 1, so x is equal to 4 minus 1, so that means x is equal to 3. So that's the second point of intersection, 3, 1. Now, can I point out, this is a coincidence. 1, 3, 3, 1. It doesn't always happen like that. Okay, right? So 2 points of intersection. What can I say about that line? What can I say about that line? It's not a what? It's not a tangent. Because if it was a tangent, I would have ended up with one answer. right? So if it's a tangent, you end up with one answer. If it's not a tangent, you end up with two answers. And a line will never intersect more than twice with a circle, okay? Right, are we good? Right, okay, number 2, am I doing number 2? Yeah. Right, okay, so number 2 says, here's the line, 2x minus y minus 5 equals 0. Here's the circle, x squared plus y squared equals 5. So we rearrange here, right? X equals or y equals? Y equals, because you'll end up with a fraction if you go x equals and your head will be wrecked. So just be careful, it's minus y. So minus y equals, when the 2x comes over, it becomes minus 2x. And when the 5 comes over, it becomes a plus 5. Now I don't want minus y equals, I want y equals. So what will I do? Change all the signs, yeah? So change that to a plus. So that becomes a plus, and that becomes a minus. Is that alright? So if you end up with a minus y, just change all the signs. So everything that was a minus, now it's a plus. That was a minus, now it's a plus. That was a plus, now it's minus. Okay, over we go here. This time I'm substituting for y. So everywhere I see a y, I'm putting a 2x minus 5 to be squared equals 5. Okay, so remember that's 2x minus 5 multiplied by 2x minus 5. Okay, so that's multiplying out 2 sets of brackets. Split up the first bracket, write the second bracket down twice. So it's 2x plus 2x by 2x minus 5. Then the rest of the first bracket is minus 5 times 2x minus 5. And that equals 5. There's a fierce amount of 5s. Just be careful here, you're multiplying it by a minus 5. So x squared plus 2x by 2x is 4x squared. 2x by minus 5 is minus 10x. Then I have a minus 10x here. And then I have a plus 25. And I'm going to bring over that 5. It becomes a minus 5 equals 0. So that's 5x squared minus 20x plus 20 equals 0. Okay, if you're doing the minus b formula, off you go. Right, okay. I'm going to make life easier for myself and divide everything by 5. And that would be x squared minus 4x plus 4 equals 0. Okay, 2 sets of brackets, x and x, factors of 2 that add to give me 4, so it's 2 and 2, and a minus and a minus, okay, equals 0, right? Then let each bracket equal 0, so x minus 2 equals 0, and the other bracket is the same, x minus 2 equals 0, so that means x equals 2, and x equals 2. What's the story? I've just got the same answer, haven't I? So there's only one point of intersection. So for each x, in this case I only have to do it once, I have to get a y. So right back up to the top, so y is equal to 2x minus 5. So instead of x, write in 2. So it's 2 times 2 minus 5. So into the calculator that you get y is equal to minus 1. Right, so my point of intersection is x is 2, y is minus 1. I have the same answer here, so I've only got one answer. So what's the story with that line? They didn't ask me, but I'm going to tell them anyway. It's a tangent. So y, 2x minus y minus 5 equals 0 is a tangent. Because it only intersects the circle at one point only. Remember, tangent, right, there's your circle, there's your line. So the line, it just touches off the circle. Right? Is that okay? Tangent. Very important. Right? 3 part 2, I'm not going to do it because it's the same. Right? Are we okay? So I've done 2 of them. If you were struggling with them, go back and do 3 part 2 tonight and see if it's better. Okay? Right. I need to finish the last section. Right? Okay? So the next section is a circle. Have I time? I do. So this is kind of half division because we would have done this with lines, okay, but now we're doing it with circles, right? Okay, so to find where the point cuts the x-axis, so if you want to know where something cuts the x-axis, what do? You let what? Let y equal 0. We did this with the line, okay? And if you want to know where it cuts the x-axis, I just did the x-axis, where it cuts the y-axis, what will I do? Let x equal 0. So we've seen these rules in the line when we did coordinate geometry of the line. Now we're going to just apply them to a circle. Okay, right? So find example 1. Find where x plus x squared plus y squared equals 16 cuts the x-axis yeah, sorry. Right, okay. I actually don't need to apply my rules here because I can do this knowing what I know already. Okay, tell me about that circle. Center. 0, 0. Radius. 4. Right, okay. So I've been drawn this, I drew this at the start of the chapter and it will cross at 4, 0, 0, minus 4, minus 4, 0, and whatever the other one is I'm missing. Right, okay, we've done this already, but I'm going to apply the method because we're learning the method. Right, okay, so I want to know where it cuts the x-axis and cuts the y-axis. So where it cuts the x-axis first, always write down the rule because you get marks for it. So where it cuts the x-axis, y is equal to 0. So you take the equation of the circle, and everywhere you see a y, you put in a 0. Okay? So you get x squared plus 0 2b squared equals 16. So that's just x squared is equal to 16. So what number squared will give you 16? What number by itself will give you 16? 4. There's actually a second number, and this is the bit, this is the kind of new bit where you have to remember a second number. There's actually a second number that when you square it, you'll get 16. It's very like 4. It's really similar to 4. There's an extra bit in front of it. Minus 4. Right, okay. Or x could be equal to minus 4. Because, girls, don't write down this bit. Right, hang on. This is just me scribbling now down here. Okay.
Do you mind if I just take a picture?
Yeah.
What was the heading above the cut? Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. The reason for that is don't write down this bit. 4 squared. 4 squared means 4 multiplied by 4, doesn't it? Which will give me 16. Agreed? So 4 is an answer. Are we all happy with that? Minus 4 squared, girls, means minus 4 multiplied by minus 4. So that would be a minus by minus is a plus. 4 by 4 is 16, isn't it? So that's why minus 4 can be an answer too. Okay, so So these are the ones you have to remember, right? So for these ones, you have to remember, yes, 4 is an answer, but minus 4 is also an answer. So therefore, the point of intersection with the x-axis, x is 4, y was 0. And then x was minus 4, and y was 0. Is that okay? Then if the second part of the question asks me to, where does it cut the y-axis? So cuts the y-axis, what's the rule? X equals 0. So you go back to your equation of your circle again. X squared plus y squared equals 16. And instead of x, what am I putting in? A 0. So 0 squared plus y squared equals 16. So that just means y squared is equal to 16. So again, y could be, what could y be? 4. Or y could also be minus 4. So there's 2 answers there. Oh, sorry? You have to put them both in. Because if you think about it, a circle will cut the x-axis at 2 points and it will cut the y-axis at 2 points. So you have to get 2 answers. So if you don't put them both in, you've only half the answer. Right? Okay. So this time, right, it's 0, x is 0, y is 4, and then we have x is 0, y is minus 4. Okay, is that right? Okay, and sometimes they say, give a sketch, right? So basically 4, 0 is there, minus 4, 0 is back here. So they're the 2 points where it cuts the x-axis, and then these are 0, 4 is across 0, up 4 will be up here, and 0 minus 4 would be down here, and then you draw a circle. Okay, is that right? And make sure you have a compass, because if you draw a circle, it's great if you draw it accurately as you can, because then you're able to read stuff off the graph and you'll have an idea how to solve stuff. Right? Example 2. Find where x plus 3 to be squared plus y minus 2 to be squared intersects the y-axis. Okay, so they're not asking me for all the points here, just where it intersects the y-axis. So the first thing you do is write down the rule. What is the rule? Cuts the y-axis. What's the rule? X equals 0. So cuts y-axis, x is 0. So you take the equation of the circle, everywhere you see an x you put in a 0. So it's 0 plus 3 2b squared plus y minus 2 2b squared. Sorry, I left out the equals there, equals 10. That's equal to 10, sorry, equals 10. Is that alright? Okay. 0 plus 3 in that bracket is just 3, so that's 3 to be squared. Right. Now, to solve this one, it's not as easy as the last one. Right, we have to square out brackets. So what are we squaring out?
Y minus 2 bracket y.
Yeah, exactly. Y minus 2 multiplied by y minus 2, right, equals 10. So that's 3 squared. What's 3 squared? 9. Multiply out these brackets, so it's split up the first bracket, write the second bracket down twice. So it's y by y minus 2 times y minus 2. And you know, while I'm at it, I'll bring over that 10. Minus 10 equals 0. With me? Then we have 9 plus y squared. Why are they moving upstairs? Like there's 10 minutes left in class. What are you doing? Right, minus 2y minus 2y, and a minus by minus is a plus, 2 2s are 4, minus 10 equals 0. Right? Tidy it up. So we have y squared, then we have minus 2y will give me minus 4y, and I have 9 minus 10, oh sorry, I have 9 plus 4 is 13, take away 10 is plus 3, isn't it? How will I solve? Minus b formula, or factorize if you're me, because you want the shortcuts. So y and y, 3 and 1, 2 minuses. Okay? Right, then you let each bracket equal 0. So you let each bracket equal 0. So you get y minus 3 equals 0. And you get y minus 1 equals 0. So that means y is equal to 3 and y is equal to 1. Yeah. Add to 4. So you get the factors that add. So sometimes it's subtract. So it's whatever this sign is. So the factors of 3 that add to give me 4. Okay. So we're done, right? As in, you found out, you said x was 0 above. So x is 0, y is 3. And x is 0 and y is 1. So that's the 2 points where it cuts the y-axis. Is that alright? Okay. I'll give you a couple of these to try for homework. Okay. So if we do page 368. Let's do them all. So page 368. One to 8. Okay, and I'll iron out any problems on Friday. Right, okay. And I'd also have to say something. I won't record once I've seen it.